I can't believe I'm saying this, but here we are again. This is the third time I've made this video, but Honor has been updated once again, and in today's video, I'm going to go through everything you need to know so you can get fully geared very quickly. So first, let's talk about what's been happening over the last couple of days. You'd have seen in my previous video that Honor gains were actually double. It's just people forgot the values, and I explained that a little bit further, but still people weren't happy, and Blizzard came out with this response. We have reviewed the rate of Honor acquisition and decided to make some adjustments to the costs of PvP gear to help players acquire it faster. We're going to do these cost changes via a hotfix in the next day or so, and until then, we suggest you hold on to your Honor. So everyone was expecting a reduction in gear, which would have been great, because the biggest issue in all of this is while Alliance Honor was absolutely fine, Horde were not winning many BGs and they were having a harder time, so having gear reductions would have helped. However, it looks like those cost reductions aren't going ahead, and instead they've done another adjustment to the Honor gain. And this post says, as we've previously indicated, soon after launching the Burning Crusade pre-expansion pack, we could see that PvP needed an additional increase in the rate of gearing. Since some players have already purchased gear, we have decided to make the following changes. The current active increase to Honor gains is now 150%, and they've added a new quest for level 51 to 60 that will give you extra Honor, and you can get experience as well, so you can now hand in tokens for Honor and experience if you're over level 51. And these changes are available across all Burning Crusade realms. Now, some people are very upset about this because we're expecting a reduction, but it's clear a lot of people did spend Honor earlier on, so this is Blizzard's way of trying to make it fair. So now, because some people brought gear is going to stay exactly the same as it was. Instead, we're going to get an increase in Honor, and I understand why they've done that, because hundreds of people were asking for refunds, etc., because they felt it was unfair. So now we can look at the new sheet, and I'll tell you exactly how this is going to affect you and how quickly you can gear. So again, this calculation is on my classic mage spreadsheet, and I will put a link in the description so you can make your own copy and play with it as you like, but some people have asked me where it is. I just added a tab to my classic mage spreadsheet, but let's go through exactly what's going on. So like I said, gear has stayed exactly the same at around 80,000 Honor to get weapon, offhand, and all of the set pieces. Of course, you can get extra things like the Warsong Gulch braces, etc., but this is just for the base gear, which is very good gear to get you in sort of raids, into PvP, etc. And I've also updated the cheat sheet here so we can explain what's going on with the new rates. So if I zoom in on this now, we are actually getting 105 Honor per objective instead of the initial 84. Now this is with the 150% gain, and then you get 210 Honor for killing the final boss. So basically what you'll want to do is go into AV and focus on the towers. Obviously you'll kill the captain on the way, but your main priority is the towers. Rogues are great at this. If they rush south or rush north and get those towers straight away, it's going to make a huge difference. And then whoever kills the final boss will get that additional Honor. So it's going to be 735 Honor for a win and 525 for a loss. Now this is excluding honorable kills as well. We're getting a lot of Honor for honorable kills, but if you were just rushing and did this, this is the minimum values. So it's better to expect this amount, but then if you do get some kills, that's great as well. Now just quickly, I've added the quests here. While this does say you need an Eye of the Storm mark, when you actually accept it, it only needs the Alteric Valley, AB, and Warsong Gulch. This is a good idea to get extra Honor if you want to hand in lots of marks. I'm saving my AV marks at the moment. I've got so many, but then it's Warsong Gulch weekend, so maybe we get 100 marks of that. And then we've got the AB coming up after that as well. And then if you want to, you can hand in marks and get XP. So if you're like level 58, you could do the Warsong Gulch and you won't get smacked by level 60s because everyone's going to be in the basic boosting gear. So it's another way to level if you really want to. And then finally, for the most important part, how long is it going to take you? Well, now we've put the average at 630 Honor per BG, which is basically assuming you're at a 50% win rate. In reality, it's much higher for this for the Alliance and lower for the Horde. But like I said, I've seen Horde winning more recently, and if you focus on towers, you will do absolutely fine. Now, some people have criticized the fact that I've got average BG length of 12 minutes. In reality, this is the case. Obviously, this one took 11 minutes, which was a little longer, but most of these are like 9 minutes 40 seconds, 9 minutes 48 seconds, 9 minutes 50 seconds, and the queue is instant. So I think 12 minutes per BG is about right, because obviously you're waiting in the queue before the BG starts. But based on these numbers, you're looking at around 25 hours for full epic gear, which is a really good way to get fully geared very quickly. Now, bear in mind, this is base values. If we change this to always winning, it's going to take 22 hours. And then of course, when AV weekend comes around on the 30th, you can get around 1,000 honor per BG, which is going to take you 16 hours to get fully epic geared. It's a very good way to get geared. I still highly recommend it. I've been saying since the start, this is a good way to get gear. Now it's even faster. So I would recommend any boosted characters you've got, any ults that are under geared, you go in BGs and get this gear, because it's really good. Some of the items, yes, you will replace at like level 65. But for example, the offhand for mage and the head are not going to get replaced until level 70. They are very good items, so I would highly recommend getting them. I don't see an easier way to get items. You can of course do your raids, but these items will help you get into raids as well. There's no reason not to do it, guys. It's going to be the best way, trust me. But yeah, guys, finally, just one last thing. If you could subscribe to my second channel, SEANO TV, which is at SEANO Clips, I would really appreciate it. I really need the subscribers on that channel, and I'll be pushing out lots of content on there. But yeah, thanks for watching this video, guys, and have a lovely day.